This next comic, I love what he does. Very funny. I want you to start clapping now. Start clapping now. Start clapping now for Shain Brenden!
This ain't a fantastic voice, but I'm still on the mission to see if I can get your attention. Now I want to drop some information, just a little attitude to your.
One more time for Lucas and Joe. Man, that boy Joe, he lived such a long life for such a small fella. You know what I'm saying? Went through addiction. You out of it now? You good? All that stuff. You got some little ones. Man, you adorable. Not your trials and tribulations. I'm just talking about, you as a person. How's everybody doing? You guys good? This is Covert. All right. Okay. All right, Covert. I see what you. Has anyone been here before? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, man. All right. You just gonna do that to me? You gonna sit in the front like that? I haven't. Here's the thing. You know what? A couple months ago, I'd be like, hell yeah, I've seen you everywhere, because I used to do a lot of acid, but I haven't touched that shit in a while, and now you just in my face. You gonna tell me when I'm gonna die? Is that what it is? You gonna give me the date and the time and how it works? Oh, spoken like a true shaman. I love your fit. I love your whole outfit. It's beautiful, but also terrifying at the same time. Only at the Covert. How's everybody doing, man? Post Thanksgiving, right? Up here talking about white Thanksgiving, black Thanksgiving. That made me think, like, all right, because I'm black. I know you can't tell because of light and all that. The lighting in here is very weird. My mom is Filipino, but Filipinos are the niggas of Asians, so I am black. I'm black as fuck. But my wife is black and half white, and she lives up here with her family, and that's the white part, of course. We're Portland. So like I get to have white Thanksgiving, and I realized during the riff when Lucas was up here talking about white Thanksgiving, black Thanksgiving, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh shit! Like I made greens this year for the family.
I know that's right.
Come on now. Cause I make it every year, but this year I was like, I'm gonna make enough for the whole family. And my wife was like, I don't know if you want. Should I warn them? Should I? I was like, don't tell them shit. Don't tell them shit. I'm just gonna show up with a big ass pot. And I was proud because it took me 4 hours to make these greens. 4 hours, 2 ham shanks. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Fuck out my face, man. And I put it on the big ass table, and there was a whole spread. It has everything you can imagine, all the Thanksgiving stuff, and then we're sitting down and we're eating, and I pass out, I'm watching football. I get the itis. And I wake up and I go back for my second plate, and I notice on that long table where all the food is, no, you see, you would think so. The greens, there's a lot more than I would like to be left, and I was so confused. But the only other thing that rivaled my greens was another pot that was the same size, and it just had green bean casserole in it. And that green bean casserole was gone, boy. It was gone. In that moment, I was like, oh shit, green bean casserole is white people's greens. It was right there the whole time. The whole time. Because even when I told my mother-in-law, I was like, I'm making green. She's like, well, we have green bean casserole. We don't need 2 kinds of greens. But I fuck with green bean casserole hard, man. It is delicious. So much bacon in it. That's what I'm saying. Green bean casserole. If we really break it down, if you have green bean casserole with some bacon in it, it's not that different from greens with some ham hocks or shanks in it. One of us just has seasoning in it. I don't know. Anyway, shit. I got here an hour earlier than I thought the show was going to start. I got here at 7:30 and I pulled up and I was like, oh no. Because I showed up and I was like, there's no one here. This is terrible. I will never talk to the host of the shows again. And then I pulled up the Instagram account. I was like, oh, my bad. And then I went around the corner to this bar, Tinker, whatever it was. And I sat there and I was like watching some football and drinking some drinks. And this nice young couple walked up to me. I say young, probably late 20s, early 30s. They walked up to me, and the woman in the couple goes, "You do Molly?" And I was like, "I've done it." And the guy goes, "But you're a comedian." I was like, "Okay, are you connecting? Oh, what do you?" Yes, all right, yes, I am a comedian. And she goes, "Yeah, that's where we recognize you. You're the Molly comic." I was like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." And then the guy, they were both so confused. They're like, "No, but you tell jokes." I was like, "Yes, I do." And the guy was like, "And you do Molly?" I was like, "I used to do it." And they were like, "Okay, yeah, that's what." I was like, "When's the last time you saw me?" They were like, "Oh, we saw you probably like 3 years ago." I was like, "Yeah, I was going through a phase. You caught me in my Molly era." And that's not something you want people to walk up on you in the streets to be like, "Molly?" No, I don't. I got a family now. You don't be saying that shit out loud. Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not doing Molly, but I'm at the Covert around the corner if you want to come through." And they were like, "Oh, you're doing a show tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be at the show." And they were like, "Cool. Do you have Molly?" I was like, "I don't." They were like, "Ah, man, we'll catch you next time." I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" That's a good push. That was you?
I'm sorry, Sam.
I like this, right? Y'all look like my parents.
I'm only 21 years old.
So, Mom. I like it that we're all cozy and, I like cold weather. I prefer. I moved up here to Portland like maybe 8-9 years ago. I moved up here from Los Angeles because I wanted the doom and gloom. Right? I wanted the cold. I wanted the dreary. I wanted to feel more like an artist, I wanted to be brooding and shit. You can't brood in LA when there's just fake titties and sunshine all the time. Let me move to North Portland and be sad. And so far it's worked out great. But this is the thing. I hate the summers in Portland, and I hate the summers in the Pacific Northwest just overall, because here's the thing: we live in a place where for 6 to 8 months out of the year, it's cold, it sucks, we're covered up, layers, right? Layers. We're not thinking about what's happening underneath the layers. Little to no maintenance underneath the layers on all this shit, right? And the second the weather breaks 60 degrees and the sun comes over those clouds, everybody loses their goddamn minds and gets butt-ass naked. This whole city looks like a bunch of uncooked chicken cutlets. And to that I say, ew. Fucking ew. Knock it off. What are you doing? Yuck. It's nasty. And me too. I've been here long enough. Well, I caught a stray. I got because this past summer I was at the pool with my family and a little boy made fun of my nipples. Shut up. And he wasn't even swimming in the pool. This little motherfucker was riding by on his bike, right? And I think he saw me right when I was coming out of my shirt and thought to himself, "I gotta hit the brakes for this shit," right? Because out of nowhere I just hear, "Hey, everybody, look at that man! He got portobello mushroom nipples." And then he just disappeared. I never saw that little. This is a child I'm talking about. He could have been any older than 9 or 10 years old. What kind of child knows about various types of mushrooms to be that specific while hurting my goddamn feelings? What kind of Master Chef Junior piece of shit? I put my shirt on and got in the water, but that's besides the damn point. I didn't even realize he was talking about me. I heard mushroom nipples. I looked around and said, "Oh, shit, who got vegetable titties out here?" And my wife was like, "You." He's talking about you. Fuck that kid, man. We out here. See, I'm glad that we're here in this small space, because this feels like, you know what? This is a small space, but if you're here, it's like, oh, you like comedy. You want to see comedy. Any dickhead could fill up Rev Hall. Yeah, I played there, whatever. Any fucking asshole can fill up Mississippi Studios or Arlene Schnitz, all that stuff. But Covert, that's where it's really at. This is where the real comedy fans are. This is where the real comedy fans are. You know what? When I film my Netflix special, because they're asking me, where do you want to tape? Do you want to do the Modus, Shane? No, fuck that. You ever been on 82nd? Yeah, plenty of parking. Normally, I set up a camera in the back of the room and I record my sets. That's what a lot of comics have to do now. Myself, all the guys, everybody. That's what we have to do. We have to film our sets, because if you don't post it online, then people won't believe that you're doing the shit, which sucks. You guys like me? I'm sorry. All right. But tonight I don't have a camera. I just want you guys to hear my voice and the sweet sizzling sound of meat in the background. My jokes hit hard when there's bacon being pressed. Normally, I take the footage of me doing stand up and I put it online, And what I've realized is that when you put jokes on the internet, people will talk shit about you, and that's fine. But then sometimes people will talk shit about me and be kind of right, and I don't like that. That don't feel good at all. There's one clip I posted. This dude goes, this is either the blackest Asian dude I've ever seen or the most Asian black guy I've ever seen. Either way, pretty funny, right? Well, that's fine, all right. And this other dude posted, he commented, he goes, this dude tells the same types of jokes my Filipino uncle tells at backyard barbecues to make young people feel uncomfortable. Here's the thing. Both of those assholes are right, because my dad is black and my mom is Filipino, which is why I look like all the Black Eyed Peas at one time. Right? And I do have a niece that has told me several times, Uncle Shane, you got to stop saying weird shit to my friends at these backyard functions. Feels good to finally be seen, On my drive here, I passed by this strip club where I saw a group of e-scooters parked in the parking lot. Like a gang of e-scooters in the parking lot. A gaggle. And the whole time I was driving, it was just stuck in my head, that image of those scooters in the parking lot of the strip club. And I thought to myself, man, I don't believe I've ever been that horny. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking shit. I salute the resiliency of those boys. Like I've had a dollar in a dream before too. You know what I'm saying? I've been bricked up and down bad. And I say they were parked. Parked is a strong word. It was a pile. It was a pile. It was a pile, which means those boys were in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? They ghost ride the whip the last couple feet. They jumped off that shit, dick on hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it was dudes. It was all in no Marvel universe was there not a bunch of dudes in the Mighty Ducks flying D3 fucking flying down the bike lane, dick piercing through the air. Like, I've driven the booty. Sure. Who among us hasn't? I've gotten a ride to booty. I ain't never scooted to booty before. That's a whole nother level, man. Old booty scooting ass little boys. I'm going to go back on my way home just to see how those boys fared. Because I like to think that there was some folks that were getting ready to go clock in, and they was like on the balcony taking a smoke break, and they just saw just dun, 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 just these fucking lame, broke incels coming towards them. And they were just like, none of these niggas is getting a lap dance. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on that bitch. Oh, speaking of working on some shit, I'm jealous of black anime nerds, or blanime blurs as I like to call them. They made anime cool. Anybody here fuck with anime? Okay, you know why you do? Black people. For a long time, the only people who fuck with anime was Asian kids and white dudes that wore silk shirts with flames on them. That will hold doors open for ladies and would go, my lady. Like that. That's the only dudes. That's the only people I knew to fuck with. And then one day, a black youth watched Dragon Ball Z for the first time. And the next day at school, there was a bunch of niggas running through the hallway like this. And it was over. I don't like it. Anime is a weird thing. It's a cartoon featuring Asian characters dubbed over by white voice actors. And for some reason, nobody will make fun of black people that like this because everybody knows that black anime nerds are the most dangerous nerds out there. They're the most diverse nerds out there. They walk among us. You probably can't tell. There's a dude who plays for the New Orleans Saints. He's a running back. His name is Jamal Williams. He is famously known for not giving autographs unless someone gives him some kind of anime collectible or some card or something like that. That's scary. This guy is an elite athlete. He's a running back. He's known for running through brick walls. And before he does that, he just does some shit like this. That's scary as shit. Thundercat. Y'all know Thundercat? Probably one of the greatest musicians of our generation. You know how he literally has a song called Dragon Ball Do-Rag. You know why he is the way he is? Because when he was in high school, there was one too many girls that called him gay and told him he was lame as shit. And he was just like, oh, he tried to go Super Saiyan on it. Like, oh. And then he just picked up his bass guitar. I was like, I'm going to fuck all you hoes. I don't have proof, but I feel like Obama was a blanime blurred. Because what other young black dude is going to grow up and think about becoming the president? No one can have that kind of confidence unless they sat down and watched One Punch Man or some shit like that. I'm going to work on that joke, too. But this is where you work on shit at Covert. Did I get the light yet? Am I good? 2? I got 2 minutes? All right, I'm good. You guys have been great. You guys have not bullied me yet. Thank you. Save it, because I'm not done. I don't know what's going on. I've been getting bullied lately. It started when I was on a ladder in front of my house. Not to brag, I got a ladder. Big old ladder. All right. I'm up there. I'm taking leaves out of the drainage and all that shit. I'm just up there, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a group of youth walking by. Right, I see a murderer youth walking past my place, and I could tell by the sounds of their slides they were wearing and the flaming hot Cheetos they were eating. These are high school youth. These are the most dangerous youth out there. And I'm up there on this ladder, and one of them just yells out, "You old, that's the power of Home Depot looking ass bitch," and it and it ruined me because that was the funniest shit I heard in a long time. Right? I had no comeback for that shit. Right, and then I noticed that the targeted ads on Instagram are starting to turn real nasty on me. I don't know what's going on. I used to get ads that were just like, "Hey man, you want to see like a big ass knife?" And I'd be like, "Mm-hmm." Hell yeah, I want to see that. Where's the knife at? Learn more. Boop, right? And then there'd be another ad that'd be like, "You seem like the type of gentleman that needs a neon sign in his home office that just says, 'Fuck yeah.'" I'm like, "How'd you know that?" Of course, learn more. Boop. But now I'm getting all these ads. It's the same ad, different companies, but they're all selling the same shit. I'll be scrolling, and then there's a dude. He pops up, and he's not in shape, but he ain't out of shape, right? And he's always a little out of breath and a little sweaty. And he'll just be like, "Hey, man, clearly you and me are the type of fellas that are looking for T-shirts that hug just our shoulders and our biceps, and not so much everywhere else, right?" And I'll just be like, "Hell no! What are you talking about?" Just scroll. And then another ad will pop up, and then there'll be another dude who seems like he's a little bit more tired than the first dude and a little bit more out of shape, but not in shape. He'll just be like, "I noticed you scrolled past the first one. Stop fighting it, baby. Come on home," right? And here's the thing. It's true classic. This is a great shirt. It's a nice shirt. It does make me feel like the man I used to feel like. Enter Shain Brenden promo code for 10% off. Covert Cafe. You guys have a good night, man. Take care.
Keep it going for Shain Brenden, everybody. Fuck yeah.